One pot recipes are so quick, easy, and trust me, stress free. Let's make the best ever one pot rice and chicken. Keep watching. Welcome back to my kitchen. It's your girl Claudie, and today I will be showing you how to make one pot rice and chicken. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and like this video. Trust me, any recipe I drop here, you're gonna love it. So let's jump right into the ingredients. Right here I have my seasoning for the chicken: black pepper, paprika, mixed herbs, salt, onion, and garlic powder. So you want to go ahead and give that a good mix until it is well combined. So guys, for the detailed instructions and list of ingredients, I will drop them in the description box, and for tips and for like further explanations and instructions, you can check that out in my website cookingwithcloudy.com. If you haven't yet checked my website, go ahead and do that right away. Right here we have chicken thighs. I will be using 6 chicken thighs, and if you like, you can use the boneless chicken thighs. For a healthier option, you can take out the skin, okay? But I love the skin, guys. I love the skin. So go ahead, season that with a mixed seasoning. While you're seasoning, you have to save about 1 or 2 teaspoons of the seasoning, so we are going to use it to make the rice, okay? Right now in a pot, add in some cooking oil. Then you want to go ahead and brown the chicken on both sides. This is going to take about 2 to 3 minutes each side.
Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe. Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple.
So right now, take out the chicken. At this point, your chicken is not supposed to be fully cooked, okay? You're just browning the chicken, so don't be surprised if it is still like partially cooked, because that is how it has to be. Go ahead and add in some washed rice. You want to stir that in that oil. Keep stirring for about 2 minutes, then you can bring in the rest of the ingredients. So guys, one thing I love one pot meals is that just in one pot, all the juice of the chicken, the rice is going to soak all the beautiful juice of the chicken. I just added in some bell pepper, onion, parsley, tomato paste, and garlic. That's diced garlic. Right now, what I'm going to bring in is the remaining seasoning. I just dropped it at the corner there, and mix that and bring in your broth. I'm using low sodium broth here. I know some of you are going to be wondering like, oh, there's no seasoning powder. The broth has all that, okay? At this point, just taste and you can adjust your seasonings. If you want some seasoning powder or bouillon, you can go ahead and add it, but trust me, you don't even need that in this recipe, okay? If you are using the water and not broth, then maybe you can use a little bit of bouillon or seasoning powder. Now place the chicken on top of the rice. In this recipe, I used 2 cups of rice and I used about 3 to 4 cups of water. So when you place the chicken on the rice, you want to cover it and let it cook until the rice is tender. The time for the rice is going to depend on the type of rice you have, okay? So cover that and let it cook. Mine cooked for about 30 to 40 minutes, and this is how it's looking, fully cooked. I'm just going to garnish with some parsley, and it is ready to serve. Look at that. Just the color alone is amazing. Check the description box for the detailed recipe and also my website for all the information you need. Until we meet again in my next video, bye for now and keep trusting my recipes. Are you wondering what to cook today? Well, I have an idea for you. Why don't you get right into the kitchen and make some delicious concoction or palm oil or native rice. This is super delicious and flavorful. Let's get started. In a pot, you want to start by heating up some palm oil. In this recipe is a native rice. You must use palm oil. Now bring in some locust beans and some diced or chopped onions. You want to go ahead, saute that until your onion becomes very fragrant. This is gonna take roughly about a minute, okay? For your locust beans, you can get that from your local grocery store or from the market. Now bring in some chopped tomatoes I have some peppers in there. Give that a good stir, and you want to let that to cook until some of the oil floats or some of the water dries off. Now bring some smoked shrimps, boiled cow skin, and smoked fish. You can use any proteins of your choice, okay? Crayfish comes in, salt, seasoning powder, and you're gonna give that a very good stir. So guys, in this recipe, if you like, you can put some ginger and garlic. That is optional, but I will not be using those today, okay? Add the perfectly washed rice. Make sure your rice is washed until the water runs clear. Now you want to give that a good stir until everything in there is combined together, and the next thing you're going to add in is water, and you're going to bring that to boil until your rice is tender. So guys, for this recipe, while your rice is cooking, you want to make sure you're checking the rice from time to time to add water if needed, and so that it doesn't burn. You can slightly or lightly stir. Like now, this is not fully cooked yet. I will add in some water, then bring it to cook until perfection, okay? Now the rice has been perfectly cooked. Now bring in your leafy greens. For my leafy greens I will be using today, I'm using some spinach. You can use any leafy greens of your choice. So guys, in this recipe, if you want it spicy, you can add some hot peppers. I will not be adding some hot peppers to mine because my kids love native rice like crazy. So no peppers in mine, but you can add it in yours if you deem it possible or if you love it. At this point, we're going to go ahead to serve ours right away. The best time is to serve this hot, hot, hot. But if you want to know the rice I'm using the long grain basmati rice. Like any of your favorite rice you want to use is going to work perfectly. So guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching to this point. I appreciate all the love, all the support, the comments, the likes. You guys are amazing. And to meet again in my next video. Bye for now, and keep loving each other. This is going to be the best fried rice you ever make. Once you make this, you will never ever go for takeout. Keep watching. Hello lovely YouTube family, I hope everyone is doing great. Today I will be showing you one of my signature recipes, fried rice. This is how I make fried rice in my home. Everybody loves it. And if you're new here, a very big welcome to you. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button, and trust me, every recipe I drop here, you're gonna definitely love it. So we're gonna start with what we will be needing. Right here for the ingredients, I will be using some onion, some mini bell peppers, green onion, and some garlic. That's fresh garlic. All right, I won't be using tomatoes. Right here I have my shrimp. They have been scaled and deveined, perfectly washed. I will be using some sesame oil. I have 2 eggs right there. This is the brand I'm using. You can use any sesame oil. If you don't have sesame oil, you can skip. All right, I'll be using some soy sauce. That's a light soy sauce. 2 large eggs. I have some spicy chili crisp. This gives your rice a very good flavor. Also, I have some dark soy sauce, salt, and black pepper. So to start off, but to make my rice like really tasty, I usually add like the chicken null seasoning, or if you don't have it, you use any seasoning powder. I will start by seasoning my shrimps with some light soy sauce with black pepper. Then we'll just mix it perfectly, and we'll get ready to sear the shrimps up and grill the shrimps. I'll just mix everything perfectly. Using the chopper, I will go ahead and chop my bell peppers. If you don't have the chopper, you can use a blender, but do not blend to be like 100% smooth. It has to be rough and like coarse looking. So right here I'll just chop, and this is how the texture has to be after chopping, like that. For my garlic, I'm just going to mash my garlic, or let me say pound my garlic. It's not going to be 100% smooth, just like that is okay. 2 large eggs, just break and go ahead and whisk with a fork or whatsoever. In a hot pot, add some oil or maybe a pan, add some oil, and let's get to fry our eggs. In this case, your egg is supposed to be scrambled, okay? You don't want it come out like an omelette. You just want it scrambled. Just keep stirring, 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 because if you let it set in there, it's not really gonna come out the way you want it. So just keep stirring until it has a very good scrambled texture. Right now our egg is looking so good. I'll just take it out from the fire. The next, I will add a little bit of oil still. Then we'll go ahead to pan grill or maybe sear our shrimps. We're going to sear the shrimps for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how big your shrimps are. So when it's like the other side is brown, just flip the sides, and when it's fully cooked, you can just take it and set it aside. And we're going to start frying our rice. Guys, once you try this recipe, trust me, you will never ever do takeout. All right, this one is way better than takeout, 100%. So I'm just set that aside. In my pan, I'll add some oil, enough cooking oil. So this is when my sesame oil comes in. I always use sesame oil to give me a very, very good flavor, and it gives a good color to the rice as well. Like I said before, if you don't have sesame oil, just skip the part and use any cooking oil of your own choice. I just added in my onion with some garlic. I will just stir and let it saute for about a minute or two. So right now I will bring in the chopped bell peppers. So at this point, you will not want your bell pepper to overcook, okay, because you still want that beautiful flavor to stay throughout cooking when you bring in your rice. So this bell pepper, I will just keep stirring in there and let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes is even too much. 3 minutes is just okay, okay. So now it's looking so good. What I will do now is to come in with my pre-cooked rice. This rice was cooked yesterday. It's like it's 1 day old. I'm adding my oyster sauce. I forgot to show the oyster sauce to you guys when I was showing the ingredients, but check the description box and I will be showing you, and I will be listing all the ingredients in there. I added some dark soy sauce, salt, black pepper, and some seasoning powder. Now my spicy chili crisp is going inside. Guys, this is not really spicy, okay? The chili is not spicy, but one thing I love putting it inside my rice is because the chili is a little bit crispy and the flavor too is amazing. The oil inside is, oh my goodness. If you have never tried the crispy chili inside fried rice, is something that you should definitely go ahead and try it. All right, so when you stir and everything is perfectly combined, you can now bring in your green onion. Don't mind as I sliced mine like this. I just like it inside my rice. You can chop it into smaller sizes if you want to. So now I will just stir everything, and the last but not the least to come in is going to be our shrimp and the eggs. So when that comes in, just stir until everything is 100% combined. So guys, everything is looking amazing right now. What I'm going to do, I'll just go ahead and serve this rice. Like I said before, please check the description box, all right? And I will drop the detailed ingredients, what I used today. So if you're going for groceries, try to put some of the ingredients for this fried rice there. Then you try the rice. The rice I'm using is the basmati rice. And yeah, So guys, we've come to the end of the video for today. Thank you so much for watching to this point. I appreciate all the love and the support. Please help my channel grow, guys. We need to reach 100k. all right, subscribe, like, keep sharing as usual. Till meet again in my next video. Bye for now, and keep trusting my recipe. The tips I will be giving you for this Cameroonian jollof rice recipe for today is a game changer for any recipe you've once tried. Keep watching. Hello beautiful people, how's it going? It's your girl Claudie. Welcome and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I will be showing you how to make the best ever Cameroonian jollof rice. Trust me, it's the best ever. If you get to try this, trust me, you're never going to try any other jollof rice. If you're new here, a very big welcome to you. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. You guys are amazing. I truly appreciate you guys. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so and hit the notification bell. So right here we have all the list of ingredients, but keep watching ahead because I will be showing more ingredients as we go. So this is not all of the ingredients. I have some salt here and I have some white pepper. I don't know why the color is like that, but that's how I bought it. Curry powder. I have some tomato sauce here. You can use tomato paste as well if you want, but I prefer the sauce because it's not that harsh. I'll go with some tomatoes and some rice over there. For the rice here, I'm using the basmati long grain, and right at the front I have some seasoning powder and some garlic and ginger paste. And on my chopping board here, I have some parsley to garnish, some chopped boiled beef and bay leaves. Bay leaves is just good for extra flavor, alright? While in a hot pot, I'll just go ahead, add some oil and fry our beef. Now fry the beef until the beef has a deep brown color.
Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe. Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe.
I'm just gonna go ahead and set that aside. Then I'll now fry our tomatoes and onion. That's the diced tomatoes and onion. So fry that until the oil floats.
African, Asian, American, and worldwide recipes, pastries and...
Now for my mixed veggies, in a hot pan, I'll add a little bit of oil and I'll put my frozen veggies inside. At this point, you can use any veggies of your choice, okay? As you can see, they have a combination of many. You can just get this from the grocery store. It's easy and it saves you the time and the stress. So go ahead and saute that. You can season with a pinch of seasoning powder. So you have to saute that onto the water. That's the water from the ice. It dries off. This is gonna take roughly about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? This is looking good. Just save that aside and back to our tomatoes. Now put the tomato sauce. Guys, if you have access to tomato sauce, it is a game changer for jollof. Trust me. If you have tomato paste, you can use it as well, but I prefer tomato sauce because tomato sauce already has like other ingredients inside and it's not that sour. And now I'll add in my ginger and garlic paste, the rest to follow. Some seasoning powder. You can use bouillon, chicken, no seasoning, any seasoning cubes you have. Curry powder comes in. If you've never tried curry powder for your rice, oh my lord, you should definitely give it a try. Some salt. And last but not the least, I will add in my white pepper. So go ahead and mix all that until perfectly combined with our beautiful sauce.
Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe.
Now I'll add in some beef broth. You can use any broth of your choice. You can use chicken, you can use beef, you can use whatsoever vegetable. Now adding the washed rice. Trust me, your rice is supposed to be perfectly washed. That's another tip. You have to get rid of all the starch, like the starchy water from inside, and you want your water to be clear when you wash your rice. That's also going to help prevent the rice from being very sticky when it cooks. So when my rice comes in, I will just go ahead and bring in my diced parsley. So I'll cover with an aluminum foil like this, and I'll reduce my heat so that it traps in all the heat inside, and it's gonna be like in the form of baking. So yeah, you don't want too much heat in there or too much fire, like it's just gonna burn. So cook the rice until it is tender. Our rice has been cooking for a while now. This is how it's looking. You see that I did not add any water inside. It just cooked on low heat until full. Now add in the sauteed veggies, and you can now bring in the fried beef. Then mix everything. At this point, my heat is off. I turned off my heat at this point. My heat is not on anymore. So go ahead, add all that and mix perfectly until well combined.
Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe. Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe. African, Asian, American, and worldwide recipes, pastries and bakes. African, Asian.
We've come to the end of this video. If you get to try this, please let me know how it turned out. Until we meet again in my next video, bye for now and take care. This is going to be the simplest ever and the most tastiest yellow rice recipe, or garlic turmeric rice. Keep watching because you will definitely need this recipe. Hello guys, it's your girl Claudia and welcome back, or welcome to my kitchen. On today's episode, we are going to be making some garlic turmeric rice. You can call it yellow fried rice. It is so easy, quick and super delicious. If you haven't yet subscribed, please turn on the notification bell and subscribe, and trust me, you're going to be in for the best. To start off with the ingredients here, I have some garlic cloves, bell pepper, that's the green red, with some half onion, green onion. For the spices, we have some black pepper, some chili flakes. I'll also be using some frozen peas and carrots. If you like, you can use the fresh one. That's optional. And I'll be using also some turmeric, of course. Turmeric, you cannot miss out turmeric on this one because the main ingredients. I have some corn, this is the canned corn, salt with some, and the last but not the least ingredients, some cumin powder. So now let us start by prepping all the ingredients. So let's start cooking. In a hot pan, I'm just melting in some ghee. If you don't have ghee, you can use butter or any cooking oil. I just love using ghee because of that extra flavor. I will just saute my onion and garlic because I chop them together. So just saute for about a minute until you start getting that beautiful fragrance from it. At this point, let's bring in our carrot and the peas with the corn and the rest of the ingredients. That's the bell peppers. So for the green onion, you will not be putting the green onion at this point. The green onion is going to be used for garnishing at the end when your heat is turned off. All our seasonings will come in. For the pepper flakes is because I want it spicy. If you don't want your food spicy or if you don't eat hot pepper, you can definitely skip that part. Our turmeric comes in. So in this recipe, guys, I won't be using raw rice. The rice I will be using is pre-cooked, so it's best to use like maybe overnight rice or leftover rice because it's going to be having a beautiful texture. So now I'm bringing in my pre-cooked rice. You see that it's looking so beautiful, grainy, fully cooked. So just yes, the rice has been fully cooked. Let us serve the rice. It's looking, oh my goodness, it's so flavorful, guys. In this recipe, you definitely need that turmeric to give you that hit of flavor, that beautiful flavor and color. So guys, you can serve this with whatever, be it chicken, fish, beef, whatever. So guys, thank you so much for watching and I appreciate you guys. To meet again in my next video. Bye for now and keep trusting my recipes. Greetings to you all, everyone. How's it going? I hope everyone is doing amazing. It's your girl Claudie from cookiewithclaudie.com. Today I'll be showing you how to make super delicious coconut fried rice with shrimp and beef. So to start off, you want to start by blending some coconut. Do not throw the water away, okay? Go ahead, add in some water and you want to blend that until it is smooth. Now drain or strain it. You can use a sieve like me, or if you have like squeeze or a strain bag, you can as well use that. Now when you have the coconut water, go ahead and add in your washed rice. Make sure your rice is perfectly washed, okay? Now add in salt, curry powder, and I will also be using some coconut flavor. If you do not have the coconut flavor, you can skip that part, okay? Now cook the rice until it is tender. For our beef, go ahead and season that with some black pepper, garlic powder, salt, and paprika. Mix that until everything is well coated. For the shrimps, we'll be using some paprika, salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. It's going to be the same ingredients you used in marinating the beef, okay? So after you marinate that, let us check on our rice. See, that has been cooking for some time. It is looking so good and fluffy. In a pan, go ahead and add in some oil. Now cook your beef until it is well brown on both sides. At this point, your beef is supposed to be fully cooked. So guys, our beef here is really soft. If you're in Cameroon or maybe anywhere back home, you can boil it first, okay? You don't want to end up with really hard beef. I will also cook the shrimp for about 2 minutes each side until it is fully cooked. Now let's make our fried rice. Add in some oil in your pot or pan. Saute some onion and garlic until the onion becomes soft and fragrant. This is going to take roughly about 2 to 3 minutes. Now when it is soft, bring in your carrots. Your carrots are supposed to be diced, okay? Next, I'll be using some bell peppers. I have a mixture of yellow and red bell peppers there and some green beans. Give that a good stir and some of the ingredients are going to follow. Also in this recipe for my fresh herbs, I will be using some leeks. You can, if you do not have the leeks, you can also use green onion, okay? Make sure you save some of the green onion or leeks for later to garnish. To taste, add seasoning powder, black pepper, salt, paprika. You want to give that another good stir. Then we'll bring in our rice and you have to mix again well until your rice is perfectly coated with that beautiful sauce in there. So when you mix your rice, you're going to bring in your beef and the shrimp, okay? So in this recipe, you can choose either you use beef only, you use shrimp only, chicken only, whatsoever protein you choose to use is going to work well, right? Now you want to give that a final stir. And finally, the last but not the least ingredients, I have my fresh leeks that is just to garnish. At this point, my heat is turned off, okay? Let the residual heat do its magic with the leeks and everything is looking so delicious. If you get to try this recipe, please let me know how it turned out. If you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to drop it and I'm gonna reply ASAP. And thank you so much for all the love, the comments and the likes, and don't forget to grab the recipe below, okay? Until we meet again in my next video, bye for now and I love you all. Just from its color, imagine how tasty and flavorful this rice is gonna be. Let us make the best ever Ghanaian waakye. It has rice and beans. You're gonna love this one. Trust me, it's gonna be your go-to recipe every time. So to start off in the pot, let's add in our washed sorghum leaves. For the sorghum leaves, it is a very medicinal leaf and trust me, it is also a colorant. Now add in your black-eyed peas, bring in some water and you want to boil the beans until it is tender. Make sure you wash the sorghum leaves perfectly, okay? Because sometimes they have like debris, sand or dirt, okay? I'll now add in some baking soda just to make my beans cook quickly. You do not need a lot of baking soda. Just about 1/4 teaspoon is okay. Now you have to be checking the pot from time to time because you don't want your beans to overcook. At this point, I will check the beans if it is tender and to know whether I'll be bringing in my rice at this point or not. So I'll just do the hand pressing method. Now it is not that tender. I will add more water, then cover again and let it cook until perfection. So after some time, the beans cooked for about 45 minutes to an hour and I was just adding water as needed. So at this point, my beans has been fully cooked. You see how it has changed its color. Somebody can think it was like red kidney beans, but no, it was white beans. I know what the sorghum leaves, it is also so flavorful and a lot of medicinal benefits it has. So now take out all the sorghum leaves. Make sure you take out everything, okay? Now bring in your washed rice. I'm using the long grain basmati rice here because people always ask what kind of rice I use because of its grainy nature and fluffiness. So I'll add in some cooking oil. You want to bring in a teaspoon of salt. You're going to give that another good stir. Cover until your rice cooks until it is tender and fluffy. I'll add in some water, okay? So at this point, you have to be checking the pot from time to time to make sure it doesn't burn. So my rice is now tender. You see how beautiful that is looking. This is ready to serve right away. You can serve with some stew, your waakye stew, any sauces is gonna work so well. I served mine with some chicken stew and it was so delicious. If you want to try this recipe, trust me, you're gonna love it, and make sure you save this in your repertoire. So guys, thank you so much for watching to this point, and we'll meet again in my next video. Bye for now, stay safe, and you guess what, keep trusting my recipes. Apart from beef or any other proteins, do you know you can make goat meat fried rice or assume fried rice? Well, let us jump right in. Right here in my pot here, my rice has been perfectly washed. Now you want to add in some goat meat stock or any stock you have. Bring in some thyme, bay leaves. You want to season with some salt, and you're going to go ahead to bring that to a boil. Cook that until it is fully tender. Right now you have your goat meat here. You want to cut your goat meat into little chunks or bite sizes. Now it's looking so good. Set aside. In a chopper, I will add in some red bell peppers and scotch bonnets or habaneros because you want it spicy. Of course, you are making some assumed fried rice. Go ahead and roughly chop that. You do not want it to be smooth, okay? Now in a pot, add in some cooking oil, and you want to go ahead to fry the goat meat until it has a beautiful golden brown color both sides. This is going to take roughly about 4 to 5 minutes.
Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe. Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe.
So right now our goat meat is looking so good. You want to go ahead, remove that and set that aside. In the same pot with some oil, you want to saute some onion. You want to bring in some ginger and garlic paste. Give that a good stir for about a minute or 30 seconds until it becomes very fragrant or it starts removing that beautiful flavor. Now bring in your chopped leeks, or you can use green onion as well. If you do not want to use the leeks, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and give that a good stir. Then bring in your chopped red bell peppers. You want to cook that onto the oil floats or till some of the water dries off. Okay, this is going to take roughly about a minute or two. Right now for our seasonings, you want to bring in some seasoning powder. I'm using some chicken bouillon here. Now bring in some black pepper, salt, curry powder, dried thyme. You can as well use fresh thyme, and our homemade all-purpose seasoning. If you missed my homemade all-purpose seasoning, I'll be dropping the link for you guys to check it out. Now you want to give that a perfect stir. Bring in some carrots and green beans. You can use any of your favorite veggies of your choice. Bring in our beautifully fried goat meat, and you're gonna give that another stir. Our perfectly cooked rice can come in at this point. Go ahead, keep stir frying that until the rice is combined with that beautiful sauce in there. Now when that has been properly mixed, then you can go ahead and serve that right away. This is done, like it is so quick and easy. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and we'll meet again in my next video. Bye for now.